Okay, with that information, we can do something else. So let's everyone draw a circle.
Is this 10.5?
No, this is still going to be under 10.4. So under 10.4. What are you going to do? I'll use different colors, but like this. And you're going to make two angles where the endpoints are the same place. So you're making a blue angle and the red angle, where you notice the endpoints, like the end of the angles, the tips of the angles, are at the same place. So you just draw two angles, the ends, like the tips of it, should be at the same place of the circle. Okay? Now, Ellie, what do we know about the circle with the arc angle and the angle at the edge? Good, it's 2 times bigger. So for this red angle over here, you can see their opening for the red angle is this. So let's say if this arc was 100 degrees, what would be the red angle? 50, because it'll be cut in half.
That line,
This,
that arc
that arc is 100. Now, because the other angle has the same arc, this blue angle shares the same arc, even though it's shifted to the left or right, this should also be 50 because they share the same opening. When two, I should say, inscribed angles share the same arc, they are, Ethan, what is two angles that are equal to each other called? Congruent. So, because they're congruent, you could kind of guess what the algebra problem is going to be. I'll make another one. This purple angle is going to be 3x plus 10. And this green angle is going to be 2x plus 12. Power off. Plus 12. Okay. Sam, since they're congruent to each other, what can you do with the two formulas? You can what? No, I literally didn't hear you. What did you say? Because they're equal to each other, you could set them equal to each other. So you're going to do 3x plus 10 equals 2x plus 12. A little bit of algebra. X should equal 2. So let's talk about a new type of angle, or new angle relationship. Another circle. I'll put it this side this time. Let me just check the book because I want to see how to describe it. Check something. What we're going to do is draw a triangle. Now this triangle, one of the sides is going to hit the middle or the center of the circle. So C for center, and I'm going to make a triangle like this. Okay, it can be close. If it's an oval, that's okay. If it's an ellipse, that's also okay. If it's a square, that's not okay. All right? So just close to a circle. Oh, this is supposed to be this way. Okay. All right. If this blue line's the diameter, what's happening to the circle? We're cutting it in what? In half. So that would mean from here to here, I'll color in red, this arc to this arc, since it's cut in half, what should it be? 180, because a full circle is 360. So cut that in half, this is 180. But look at the angle of here, this black angle. This black angle has an opening of 180, which means the angle itself should be half of 180 or 90. And what do we call a triangle with 90 degrees? A right triangle. And this is always going to happen when one of the sides, particularly the hypotenuse, is a diameter. So we have a new rule. If a triangle inscribed, so inscribed just means inside the circle that's touching the edges, in a circle has a diameter as a side, then it should be what every time, Joe? It's a right triangle. Get on.
Oh, you better not just broke my chair.
No, that's a little wood thing here. This thing is made for the floor. I don't know why they put it up like that. Was this a white guy? I don't know. Now, a couple of things of right triangles. What do you know about the sides of a right triangle? Starts with P. What kind of theorem? Not parallel. Not perpendicular, even though I guess technically it's a right angle. I'm talking about all three sides. All three sides add up to each other in some way. Do you remember what way they add up to each other? Say again. It has the Pythagorean theorem, which looks like a squared plus b squared equals c squared. In the geometry especially, yeah. Like it keeps coming to itself. So if I said this side right here is 5, and I said this diameter is 13, I want you to find this side that's missing. So everyone try that out. You can pull out your phones for calculators if you need it. You got it? Pull out your fingers. What is it? Oh, okay. I thought you got it, not forgot it. Go ahead. All right. 13 is the whole line, not point C. I just want to make that clear. 13 is that blue line. Ironically, we're using C for that side because that is your hypotenuse. And let's just make sure we set it up correctly. Sarah, how would you set this one up?
3 to the second power plus x to the second power.
Sure, I assume you mean 5 to the second power then?
Oh, I thought it was a 3.
No, it's a 5. It's definitely
I saw a 3.
in the 13 maybe?
No.
All right, okay, so 25 plus x squared, you can pull out a calculator, but it's 169 minus 25 on both sides. 144. Then you square root both sides. Now, typically when you square root in algebra, you need the negative and positive. But because this is geometry, we only take the negative or the positive because we only have positive limbs. So x equals 12. Good job, Warner. No, I didn't give you an angle. You need an angle for SOHCAHTOA. But you could technically use SOHCAHTOA. That's how the computers do it. No, 90-degree allows you to know you could use SOHCAHTOA, but you need an additional angle set. Or we didn't learn the rules without the angles because they're very complicated. And that's above us. Right. Surprise, surprise. Let's make another circle. Make another circle. I just want to make sure what other rule they want me to cover for you. The rectangle part. Okay. And what you're going to make is a four-sided shape inside this. This four-sided shape does not need to be perfect. So I'm going to make it purposely like kind of weird and crooked. But it should be hitting the edges of the circle. But this four-sided shape doesn't have to be like a perfect rectangle or square or anything. We'll purposely make it look weird like this. What's up?
I made it kind of weird.
You made it like kind of weird or kind of perfect? Oh, okay, that's fine. You still get the same concept, but I want you to know it doesn't have to be a perfect shape. It could be any four-sided shape. What's the name for a four-sided shape? Quadrilateral. Square is a type of quadrilateral. Yeah, or a kite, or a trapezoid, or a rectangle, or a rhombus. So you have to say quadrilateral. It's not always squares. No, a square is a four-sided shape, but not all four-sided shapes are squares. Yes, I agree with that. Okay. All right. I'll label this A, B, C, D. I'll start in the top right, A, B, C, D. So I have something to reference. So let's kind of look at this. Let's look at angle A here. Angle A has this as an opening right here. Has this as an opening. And let's look at angle C over here on the opposite side. Has this as an opening. So angle A and angle C, their openings encapsulate the whole circle. So if they encapsulate a whole circle, and again, what is a full circle? 360. These are angles at the edge. So they have to be cut in half. So what can we figure it out about angle A plus angle C? It must equal not 360, but 180. Good, so this is 180. And then, as you mentioned, the other pair of angles should be 180. So angle B plus angle D equals 180. And this relates to something we learned last section. The diagonals of the quadratics gotta be supplementary. Actually, that's not always true. I'm sorry, I'll take that back. This is true because it's in a circle.
Angle A, B, angle A plus angle B plus angle B equals.
Yeah, and what does all four-sided shapes, all the angles add up to every time? 360. All of them add up to 360. That always true, and we learned that last section too. So What type of angles are angles on the two corners of a shape? What do you call those kind of angles? Starts with an O. Opposite. So, opposite angles. Opposite. Opposite angles of a inscribed, again, inscribed just means a shape inside a circle or anything inside a circle. What's a four-sided shape? One more time. Quadrilateral. So opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral are add up to 180. We have a word for that? Supplementary. What's up? Yep.
No, I'm trying to get it to. She was paying attention. I'm like a celebrity.
So I'll use the same circle so you don't have to redraw a new circle. Let's do a problem from it. I'll put arrows here so you don't have to smush everything. Or you know what, I'll just say this. Angle A equals 3x plus 10. Angle C equals 2x plus, you know what, also plus 10. Angle B equals 12x minus 2. Angle D equals 3x plus 17. Moshe, Ellie, Ethan, Sam, try this out. Think about how you're going to set this up and think about how you would finish it. How would you set that? No. This should technically, I'm sorry. This should technically be a different variable. They're different variables. So
The first one just.
how did you set it up?
You set it up wrong. You set it all equal to 180. You have to add them both.
There you go. Thank you. Julia, I have to ask, why are you wearing a skirt? Oh, okay. Congratulations. Congrats. So yeah, your setup, because they're supplementary, you add them together to get 180. The reason I picked plus 10, Kira, is to show that if you set them equal to each other, you will get them. I would combine some like terms.
Wait, so the other one's gonna be y instead of x.
Yeah, because I don't want you to think they're the same number. They should be different numbers. They might be the same number, but that would not be on purpose. 160. $32. When you multiply something by 5, you could cut it in half, then times it by 10. Then we have this left side or this right side. Combine some like terms. Remember, when you combine like terms on the same side, you're not doing the opposite operation, you're just doing the normal operation. When you go to the other side of the equal sign, that's when you have to change yourself to the opposite side. So opposite side of the equal sign, mean opposite sign you're doing. So that's minus 15, then divided by 15. So this is 1, 6, 5, and y equals 11. You want your homework early?
Yeah.
Well, you're not taking notes, so you don't get it full. What's up?
You want the homework late?
I'm gonna do the homework.
Submit the homework late?
Do you want homework?
Do I want the homework late? I don't prefer it late. Actually print the right now, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, plus 7, 12. And then one for myself. And I'll put this on Google Classroom. 10.4a. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
When's your test? Does everyone know?
Even has.
26. Was it 28? I'll just check later.
Yeah.
Right. By the way, you guys are not dismissed. I'll be right back.
Oh, are you sure?
You are not.
I heard.
You do not hear that.
I don't hear anything.
Yes.
No,
Yes. Probably easier to do it on paper.
That's so good.
Did Mister give it some? Answers on the back. Yeah, I always get the answers. Let me just plug this and I want to see that. How's everyone liking their Israel Independence Day? I'm happy to hear that. It was a fun day?
You can watch a movie for 2 periods.
Yeah.
It was such a good movie.
The Tales of Two ratings right there.
It was so good. It was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it. It was so good.
I'm happy.
You gotta watch like
I left.
parade.
What?
I sat in the base. Our teacher didn't even stay in there.
No, because he always has a class in the middle school when he has us, so he has to leave.
Halfway through, every
No,
time?
just for today.
Oh,
On Fridays he has middle school class, he just gives us work and no.
okay. Is that Miss? Lucia?
Rabbi Sherlock.
No, if
Oh,
another
rabbit?
person asks you for
Yeah.
cents of the question.
Cents?
You wanna ask them for cents.
Like money?
Yeah.
Oh, or like a sense of smell or a sense of taste? Or a sixth sense?
Why did you give me a Coke? I said no.
Take it, please. You might inspire you to do
I
it.
just am having a double point.
You get the normal amount of
I
points.
still wouldn't do it. Just do it on time.
Because yeah, you'll get the normal amount of points if you do it at the normal time.
It's 228.
Yeah. Oh, should we tell this one? Life food.
Like, you watch Cars.
What recess? Somebody explain why we don't have recess in high school.
Recess? You could run outside during lunch. What do you mean?
Just recess.
What?
Instead of like lunch too, but like recess, come on.
But
Like a full like period. for
what
recess.
15-minute break? You got a 10-minute break, right?
It's between
2 and 3.
4. No,
Or 3 and 4. Yeah. That's 10
It
minutes.
doesn't count as recess.
That's true, but again, you have gym. That's kind of recess.
I leave at 3:30 every day.
How you leave at 3:30 every day?
So my siblings get out at 3:30 and my parents don't want to pick up.
So how do you do your 10th period classes?
Well, Monday, it's writing workshop and it's a Zoom, but I never go on the Zoom.
Okay.
Tuesdays gym, Wednesdays, an art class, but I don't do it in the Zoom. And then Thursdays gym, and then Friday for Zoom.
Yeah.
It works.
Okay. Oh, you know, well, today the day ends at 3:30, so
Yeah, so I'll be going to gym.
that's so holster my tea right there. This is my table, like that.
It looks like the T from Teen Titans Go.
Like the
Am I not
building.
wrong?
It's definitely wider than a normal tea, yeah. Teen Titans.
Elliot, you're telling me you didn't do that? I did.
So wait, how does this work? You just like draw? So
Yeah, it's like a big mouse. It's like this thing, but
could you
better.
use your finger or?
No, it has to use the pen. The Wacom 2000 edition with 2-button action figure.
You have to press a button.
No, the button helps you, it gives you a right click and it gives you, if you want to drag without having to scratch the thing.
Got like a minute and a half left.
Come on, man, actually do the problems. What's the relationship between the angle on the arc and the
Hey,
angle
in
inside?
his defense, he's the only one that hinted it in, so you know.
You see, I don't know.
Can I go
Okay,
to
the
bathroom?
relationship is they're cut in half. I talked about it in class. Julie, just wait 2
But in
minutes.
his defense, he actually.
I
did.
have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes left.
What is that? What is that? But then I have to eat lunch.
Why do you have that?
But you don't have to go to the bathroom.
She got married.
Your problem with that.
Ethan's finally.
She is so feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, look at that time now, you get double the points. What is
You
it?
get, well, 1 point is more than 0 point. That's more than double. That's if, that's undefined more.
don't scare me something? Huh? Don't scare me? Don't scare me? Huh?
Yeah,
Don't
bro.
scare me?
Oh my god, no, steak sandwich! You do that, it's actually kind of funny. Give me a sandwich.
Come on, come on, come on.
You didn't even sandwich anything.
Gravity.
Ah!
0.
Just let me go get your.
You're not taking my food.
No.
0.
I think it's so.
No problem, man.
I did, and I carried on.
Doo-doo-doo. Cahoots. All right.